You should have like a intro music.
I
He
do.
does have an
What
intro
the fuck?
song.
Do you even listen to the podcast?
What's your?
It's Tommy Jensen made it for him.
Ooh, what does it sound like?
It's like.
You know what's really sad is the fact that we've had that intro music there for literally like 50 episodes.
I never really noticed it. You should be like Hanson's podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it like
have a
like your podcast. You know?
What do you mean?
Like instead of Bonchika, you should be like Hanson's podcast.
But the music was made specifically for this. The music is not used in anything else besides.
No, I know. But maybe you should add some lyrics to it. Yeah, you'd be like the Be Quiet podcast with Hanson.
Yeah, but it's not.
And special guest. And then you can get your special guest to be like Annika, and then you'd be like Anri, like our voices, and then you clip us in for like those episodes.
So you want me to write lyrics to the song that it's not really like a song that can you can put words into, really.
No, it's not. It's just like a beat, but you can
rap
sing
it.
over the beat.
You're saying we should do like SNL where they do like that whole ass intro where it's like featuring Annika Twerberg.
Yeah,
that's sick.
Yeah,
with your host, or like every talk show like.
Yeah, and you could like spin us in.
Stephen Colbert!
Like, ding,
and then go.
Yeah, and it's like ding, and then it's like me, and I'm like.
Alright, I'm gonna have to confront both of you.
Okay.
Especially you.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just noticed that. That's cool.
Yeah. No. Yeah. See. Yeah. So first of all, I have to confront you. I don't even have to confront you at all. I just have to confront you.
Okay.
Your dad's company is destroying this podcast.
Why?
Because I've tried to do the podcast with Marcus, Kale, and Jax for the past 3 weeks.
Okay.
But it keeps getting canceled because Kale is stuck at work. Because they don't tell him how long the job is he'll I asked him what time you get off. He's like either 1 p.m. or 9 p.m.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, this sucks.
Well, he's not usually off that late, but
I mean he's off late today.
That's also their problem. They have to get the job done faster.
Wow. Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
All right. So you're calling Kale out, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
You're saying he sucks at his job?
Yep. They gotta get it done faster. I mean,
call him out.
He probably doesn't suck at his job. I think they just run into a lot of issues because of the crew that he's on.
He's also an hour away from.
Yeah. I mean, it depends on where
home.
they are and what day.
Yeah.
But my brother got done today at 1.
Yeah, I remember Marcus at the beginning of the summer was always talking about oh, Hanson, it's so lit. I literally get done at 2. Oh, it's so, and then I could just chill for the rest of the day. And then I don't work on weekends, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't work on weekends, but the weekdays they're pretty full, and it depends on the crew that they're on. Because my brother's crew usually gets done pretty fast, and then the other guy's crew sometimes takes a little bit longer, and then they run into a little bit more issues usually too. But also it differs between day to day because sometimes they only have one job, and then other times they have 2 jobs in a day. And then when they have 2 jobs in a day, you can be out there till 8, you know?
Yeah.
When I was doing it in Indiana for 2 weeks one summer, and we were out doing 2 jobs a day every day until 8 p.m. 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. usually is when we ended.
Yeah.
So I mean,
yeah.
It can be a long day, but also it not always.
I'm glad I don't work there.
Yeah, I mean.
And you know why I say that?
Why?
And I'm glad I don't work there and at the place where Borndale works. This is another call out. All you motherfucking landscaping businesses in town, you all at the beginning of the summer oh no, we don't have any room to hire Lukas. Oh, it's so nice though. We pay $15 an hour. Yeah, guess what, bitch? My job now pays that, and I get to be in an air-conditioned building all day. And you fuckers, you think you're so cool. And then, and the Borndale company, they're like, oh, sorry, we're full. Now, I'm going to put an ad on Facebook because we need to hire more people. Yeah, bitch. You should have hired me when you had the chance. All right. Well, anyways.
I mean, jobs like that, there's no set time. It's a lot like, some jobs have like set end times, but those, you're done when you're done.
That's why I like my job. Like when I worked at Culver's, it was literally like sometimes like it would be like, oh, you have to work till close, and I'd be like, okay, well, one person can come to the restaurant at a specific time, and it will make me have to stay an extra 30 minutes later than I normally would
Yeah.
because we have to like stop cleaning or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like if one employee doesn't come in, then I have to do another person's job.
Yeah.
And it just sucks. But now it's like, oh, another person doesn't come in. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. The job I have right now, it's like, if I work weekends, there's usually 2, maybe 3 girls on,
Mm-hmm.
and then before I get in there, I don't know whether or not I'm closing. There's only ever one closer, and then the other girls get off whenever there's not many people in the restaurant anymore. So, I mean, like, I'm always going in there. My mom's like, do you know what time you're going to be home? And I'm like, literally no clue, because I don't know if I'm closing or not.
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll be like, 6:30 and I'll be on my way home. Or it'll be like 9 p.m. and I'll be on my way home. And she's like, why? And I'm like, I don't know. But...
Yeah, that's pretty kooky if you ask me.
Kooky?
Yeah.
Kooky.
How's your job this summer going?
It's really good, actually.
Yeah?
It's a good summer job.
Mm-hmm.
I get to pump shit. I get to pump fuel. I get to put fresh water in, and I get good tips sometimes when it's busy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've never worked a job where I could get tipped, really.
Anri gets creepy guys winking at her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, can I tell them that I work at a marina?
Yeah, you can, yeah.
It's
up to you.
Yeah, I work at a marina. And one day I was pulling this boat in at the ship shop. I call them ship shop. That's where the gas dock is and stuff. And the wind was blowing that way when the boat was trying to come towards the dock. So I'm just by myself trying to pull this boat in. And all of a sudden, I didn't hear this, but this guy on top of the boat just standing like this, like, "Rrr." And he told everybody else that was working, he's like, she either needs to work out more or eat a buffet. And I'm like, what?
Oh my god.
I
Oh my
don't
god.
I don't take things personally, but that kind of hurt. That hurt.
Yeah.
Oh,
That would hurt.
should have been like, you should quit buffet and start working out.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, I had a person today say something weird to me. I was okay, so the way our restaurant's kind of laid out, it's like the bar and then all the tables are like on this side of the bar, and then one of our things where we like type in everything on the POS system is like at the bar, right?
Okay.
So all the tables are over here so the people can see you typing stuff in at the bar, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was typing in this person's order, and then the guy, like, so their table was like right here, right? And then the bar's right here. So I'm like right here.
Okay, I love the people. I feel bad for the people who are listening to this and not watching the episode.
I'm right
But
here,
even
and I'm
but
right
but to be
there.
fair, if you're watching the episode too, I still don't know what the fuck she's just doing shit with her hands. She's like so don't if you're listening to it, don't feel left out because I don't know what's going on.
I will say okay. I'll use.
You don't need to like explain the entire thing.
I'm probably like 7 feet away from this guy.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Typing in the stuff, and then the guy, this old guy, he's probably like 90.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Yeah." Keep standing like that.
No, he did not.
He's like, "You got nice looking legs."
No.
No. And then I turned around and I was like, okay, what? And then he goes, "You play basketball?"
Oh no.
No, I do not play basketball. He was like, "You should with those legs."
Oh my god.
I will not be doing that. No thanks.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. And then, okay, so then I was telling that story to my parents tonight at dinner. My parents and my grandparents were there. Anri was there as well. But so it was my parents, my grandparents, and then I was telling that story, and my mom goes, "That's disgusting." She didn't know this man was like 90 years old at the time.
Yeah.
But she's like, "That's so gross." She's like, you should sock him." I was like, I probably won't be doing that because the guy was like 90. And then she goes, oh, well then tell him who your grandpa is and tell him that your grandpa will sock him. And I was like, okay, well this guy was also in a wheelchair.
Oh, no.
So I don't think we want to be doing that either.
He's jealous of your legs because he can't use it.
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
I don't know. It was crazy.
I like the slow reveal of information that you gave in that story.
Yeah.
The wheelchair.
Yeah.
Dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun.
that is funny. Wouldn't it be funny if your your grandpa was like, "Oh yeah, wait, he's in a wheelchair? Oh, like what kind of color hair did he have? Oh, I guess it'd be gray. Like he basically, what if he found out like that he knew him or something?
Yeah. No,
That would be a
'cause then
funny realization.
I did tell my grandpa the guy's name because my grandpa was like, "Do you know who it was?"
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Well, I don't know like his last name or anything, but it was like two guys at this table. It was like one sitting here, the guy in the wheelchair, and then the other guy sitting like right next to him. And then my coworker, one of the cooks, came down and sat with them. He was also an older man who knows these men, and he was sitting down next to him. And then I was talking to the cook, and I was like, you know, blah 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 blah. And then he goes, "Did you know these guys?" And I was like, "No, I don't know these guys." And he was like, "They're like my best friends." And he goes,
"Oh my
their
god,
their names are like." I won't reveal.
Call them out. Call them out. No, I'm just kidding.
I won't reveal their real names, but like the cook was like, their names are Greg and Greg, and then and then the guys were like, no, that's not our names.
That's awkward.
The story just keeps getting better.
And then the guys are like, no, our names are Doug and Doug. So they both did have the same name, but my coworker thought that their names were Greg and Greg and not Doug and Doug.
What if they were lying?
I have no clue.
What if they were lying because they knew that you were gonna snitch?
Yeah, tell this story tonight.
Yeah. Huh?
Tell this story tonight.
Not on the podcast, but like they knew that like.
Oh, that I was gonna tell someone.
What if they're like, wait a minute, is that like Peter Torberg's granddaughter? Yeah, and they're like, we can't let them know. We can't let them know that we're here. Can you imagine like that in oh, how old are we? We're all like almost 20. So like imagine like 80, not 80 years, like 60, 70 years, like we're all still living in town.
We're all like 80.
And then like fucking like Sandquist is sitting. I don't know why I use Sandquist. Not trying to say anything about Sandquist, but like hypothetically, this first person I thought of was Sandquist. Sandquist is like sitting at a bar, and then like your you're not great, but like your granddaughter is like working there, and he's like
nice legs.
He's like, hey, nice legs, and then you're like, oh my god, Jake Sandquist.
That would be so crazy.
Yeah.
Is he on the wheelchair too?
Yeah. Or like
another guy named Jake.
Yeah.
That would be funny.
Your grandkid like. Oh, never mind.
Tells me that story.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, that happened to me.
Your grandkid
60 years ago.
Then you're like, you want to see something funny? You show him the podcast with both of you on it. And he's like, what the hell? That reminds me. I should actually address the fact that I asked you to do the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, not to like talk like no offense, Anri, but the last 4 episodes with Annika have all had you in them. And every episode
You got a problem?
No, every episode with you has had her in it. So it's like, can we maybe get some variety where I get Anri and someone else, or Annika and someone else?
Yeah.
But it's also weird because I'm realizing that Anri, this is her 5th episode. Mm-hmm. She's never done an episode in the basement.
Oh, we've done a lot of.
She did one in Florida. She did one in a car. She did one in online twice.
Online twice.
Yeah.
And now first time in the basement.
Yeah.
Wow. That's
and
crazy.
Obviously the last 4 episodes you've been on have all been online, but the episode before that was also online, which is the one that Carter fucking his audio stopped in the middle of.
Oh, yeah.
Your audio stopped in the middle of the last one we did.
Yep.
And then, so the last time I think you were in this basement was for episode like 50.
I think so, yeah.
For like the season finale.
Yeah, I was going to say, it was with a ton of us and we were circling through.
Which means
I don't even think I was supposed to be there that night. You were like, I guess.
Yeah, the 40, so the 2 episodes before that, which was like me, you, Marcus, and Kira. So that would be the last good episode you were on in the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or like normal episode, I should say.
Yeah, normal episode.
Yeah. Well,
But-
anyways, now that all that math is over, yeah, me like giving the statistics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what are you looking around for? You like taking in your environments?
What is that?
It's
It's
a
that-
furnace.
Oh, what is
No, the little black
the
thing.
wire?
Like,
That is those are the surround sound speakers that we have not set up in like the
Interesting.
15 years we lived here.
You should get that set up.
That'd be
Yeah,
sweet.
we could be like Annika's when we play Jackbox, and it sounds like
The guy's
it sounds like it sounds like Quiplash Schmitty is in the fucking walls. Yeah,
That's kind of scary.
Welcome to Quiplash.
yeah, he literally sounds like that.
Yeah,
We should take a video next time we're there, like
the
yeah.
sound quality.
Yeah, Schmitty sounds like he's in purgatory whenever we play Jackbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's even better when it's the trivia guy too.
Oh
he
yeah.
sounds good.
Like the evil
yeah, the trivia murder party.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's already got like a low voice.
And then he sounds even worse, like he's trapped in the wall.
Yeah.
Oh.
It actually is kind of scary. No, I'm just kidding. Remember when we were over last time at your house and McGrath was like talking about like how
Aliens?
No,
Aliens.
We were talking about this
That's
tonight.
not what I was gonna say, but
You're
sorry.
scared of aliens.
who is me?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Why am I scared of aliens?
Because you didn't like
This
us
is
talking
stupid.
about this. The aliens are stupid. They're not real.
Well, I don't. It's not that I
On
don't.
the inside, you're like, ooh, aliens.
Yeah. But that's the reason I didn't want to talk about it. Is because of my big fear of aliens.
Yeah.
Sorry, what were you going to say about Logan?
It spooked me.
No, but Logan was a scared. Like he said, he'd be scared to live in your house because your living room is right. Like you can
Oh,
see
yeah,
your
he did
door
say
from the
that.
living room.
Yeah. And then he's like,
Why
aren't you
is
ever
that
scared
scary?
someone's just gonna...
No, that's why I'm so
What?
confused.
Aren't you ever scared someone's just gonna walk into your living room and try and, like, murder you?
It's like
It's like,
Like,
no. I mean,
Yeah.
like, usually we have the door locked.
yeah.
And if someone were to... Whenever someone comes in the driveway, I can see them because we have
The
those
light.
windows.
When the fucking dog, you will never be surprised.
Yeah, you
that
can't.
fucking dog is like the best alarm
He's a-
system you
he's
could
a
ever
guard
have.
dog. He's good.
That's every time I go, I'm like, oh,
Rufus.
fucking Rufus.
yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's my favorite.
Oh, fluff
Mm.
ball.
Oh, I was gonna tell a story about your name.
My name?
Yeah.
Why?
So,
Oh,
Every
I guess
single-
you'll just tell the story.
yeah. So
Okay.
every single time I talk about you, so I don't know if my parents have short-term memory loss or whatnot, but they
Yeah.
forget who you are.
Okay.
And like I'm always like, oh yeah, we're going over to Hanson's tonight, or like something Hanson. And
And
so
so
I
who?
always refer to you as Hanson.
Uh-huh.
And then my dad's like, the boy band's coming over tonight. And I'm like, no, the boy band's not coming over tonight. And then my mom will be in the kitchen and she'll be like, bop, doo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-da, bop. You know?
Yeah. Is that like
The
a is that
Hanson-
huh?
the boy band, the Hansons.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever I don't know if I've never like been associated that with my name
That should be
whatsoever.
your intro video.
No, you
Yeah,
can't
just a
use
copyrighted
that.
music.
Yeah, you can't use
Just
that
like
song.
change it a little bit.
Maybe.
No.
Fuck
You
the
can't do
Hansons
that.
Podcast.
I got fucking I've gotten 2 copyright strikes on my channel. Did you know that?
Why?
Or like not strike. Like so the first one was I used like a Beethoven song for like an intro for like the Erica Hendricks episode. I like had this like epic intro like setting up like this story that I've been waiting the entire podcast to tell.
Yeah.
And then so the episode that I got like in trouble for in school, the
Mhm.
rant in the beginning of it, I had music, which when I used it at the time wasn't copyrighted because I looked up royalty-free music. But when we talked about it with Avery and Abby a couple weeks ago, or like a month ago or whatever, and I put in the clip of me ranting, and apparently in that time that music has been copyrighted.
Huh. That's strange.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It is strange. So they'll pick up anything. It's weird.
That is weird.
So
Hopefully they don't catch my singing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was
Your,
so,
your
it
perfect
was so
music.
spot on.
Well, sometimes they do, and then they're like, we recognize this as a cover song, so like you'll get like half in trouble basically.
Oh.
So, like,
gotcha.
If you make a cover song, you can, but then like. I don't know. You get like some of the ad revenue or whatever.
Yeah.
Obviously, I don't make ad revenue, so I don't really care about the
Gotcha.
copyrights. But I think if you get copyrighted and you don't have ads, they put them on so they can give it to the copyright owner.
Oh.
So that's why I'm like, ooh, I don't really want ads
yeah.
if I'm not making money from them.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But yeah. So my parents always joke about you being the boy band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, every single
Oh,
time.
dance
My parents
class.
don't have any jokes like that. Like about you guys. Well, they have about some, like maybe about some of my other friends, but like not any, but like you two in specifics.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's only you. I don't know anyone else.
Except for in the last episode with Anri when I said I ended up episode off by saying sayonara and didn't realize that it was Japanese. And then
You didn't know that it was
no,
Japanese?
I just said it because I was just thought it was a cool like
Oh.
goodbye word. So then my dad is like, "Did you say sayonara because I think you said like the full phrase like sayonara and then you started saying more like something in Japanese afterwards, I don't remember. And then like I just go, "What?"
And you're like, sayonara.
Yeah, I
I
just
was
said, "All
like,
right, sayonara," and then
what?
you're like, "Yeah, sayonara," blah blah blah. I don't know what the obviously I don't speak Japanese, but then my dad was like, "Did you say sayonara like on
Like,
purpose or no?" And I
purposely.
said, "Why would I say it on purpose?" And he's like, "I don't know." And then yeah, it's kind of a weird moment.
That's
Like
funny.
that was a blick. If you ever had uh, the
Like,
the AP Lang teacher, it's a very big coincidence.
I did not.
no.
Not
Okay,
AP
well then
Lang for me.
just forget whatever I just said. I
All
thought you
my
were in it.
college classes didn't transfer. That's
Really?
sad. I
That's
took college public speaking
like the ones
and
from
psych.
Bemidji?
From high school.
Oh.
Can you get them? Can you transfer them now because you're going to a different school?
I don't know.
Yeah, try and transfer him to
I don't remember how to.
Inver.
Huh?
I said try and transfer him to Inver because she tried
can
to.
do that?
Yeah,
I don't know if
because she
I don't know if they
tried to.
expire after a while.
I don't think so. She tried to transfer him to Bemidji, and if you do it to
I
Inver,
think
Well,
then I
fuck
think
Bemidji.
it worked.
Yeah,
Because
fuck Bemidji.
Well, it's only specific schools, like a lot. You know what?
my
Oh, never
schools
mind. I
in
don't know.
Florida took mine.
Yeah, my school took all of mine. I don't have to take math ever again in my life.
Yeah,
It's goated
I took a
because
math class, but
I
I think
hate
that's the
math
only
now.
one I needed to take. That class
Yeah.
I took was so easy. It was like a what was it? It was like a calc, but it was like business calc or something.
Mm,
And it was easy. It's everything we did in calc, but less. And I
yeah,
was like, I didn't do any of the homework all year.
yeah.
And I got like 90, 95 on the test every time. I was like,
Hmm.
all right.
I feel like my only time I'm gonna use. Oh, sorry for interrupting you. By
No,
the
it's
way.
okay.
Yeah. Well,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I feel like the only time I'll ever use math like that is when I'm helping like my kids with like math homework. In which case
Yeah.
I'm goaded with math that's like pre like ninth, 10th grade. But like I don't know,
Yeah.
those last 2 years of high school I just fucking with COVID like I like
Yeah.
did not get a proper education and I just kind of like like checked out of math like the last couple of years. And I
Yeah.
was like yeah. That's a touchy subject for me, math. So, let's switch it. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say in Bemidji, I passed my math class without taking the final.
Really?
I missed my final.
You just forgot to take it or did
No,
you
I
like
woke up late.
Oh.
But I had an excuse because later that day I found out that I had COVID. So
Oh.
it all
Oh,
worked out
It did
nice.
work
okay.
out.
I ended up
So,
emailing the teacher or the professor that I
uh-huh.
had COVID, but I don't think he read it. But I still passed. And I was like,
That is weird.
isn't that weird? And I
Yeah.
never went to the class because we didn't do anything. We
Yeah,
didn't even
yeah.
take notes. He didn't even teach. It was like,
Oh.
go to this online thing and do the homework.
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
Our
I hate
professor
that.
taught, and
At least
then
you didn't have to go to the class though.
we would have like a homework assignment every day, but none of it was ever graded. So I didn't do any of the homework
Yep.
assignments, and then he'd go over like questions on the homework from the day before that people had,
Mhm.
and then I would just watch him like do those equations and like write them down,
Yeah.
and then I'd be like, cool, I know how to do the math. And
Yep.
then the only homework we ever had was like the reviews, and those were worth like 25 points. And then we had 4 tests, and those were all worth 100 points. But if we went to all 4 tests throughout the year, then we didn't have to go to the final.
Mm-hmm.
And then that would just be like exempted. Otherwise, if you missed one of the 4 tests, then you had to go to the final.
Yeah.
That's how he did it. So I didn't have to take a final for that one. So that was kind of nice.
That is pretty
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like gimmicks like that in
Where you
college
don't have to
classes
take the
where it's
final.
like, oh, but if you do this, then you have to do
Right.
this.
Right.
And it's like, oh, but then this test, if the lowest test grade is taken off.
Yeah.
But if you, that's always like some shit like that,
Yeah, that's how
which is
my
always nice.
that's how my ethics class was too. The lady was like, if you have a 90% in the class and you only missed 2 homework assignments, then you don't have to take the final. She was really nice. She was like, yeah, just don't take it. She was like, I don't want to see you if you have a 90 in the class.
Yeah.
She's like, please
That's
don't come
nice.
in.
My Spanish final, I don't think, was entered into the grade book.
Oh.
And then I
Is that a
tried to,
good thing
I
or a bad
tried to,
thing?
well, it would have been, as long as I didn't get below 40%, it would have been a good thing. But my professor, when I tried to email her about it, I got an automatic response that says, this teacher's on sabbatical until August 2023.
What?
And then, so yeah. So I don't know. I probably shouldn't be telling this because what I was supposed to do, I emailed my advisor and she said email the head of like the Spanish department or whatever. But then I just Snapchatted one of my friends in the class and she said that it might have not been entered into Canvas, but it might have been entered into the actual grade system. But when I checked the actual grade system, it was the same grade. So, and there was no way to check the actual percentage amount. So I was like, I don't want to waste everyone's time. So I didn't do it. But it doesn't matter because I passed the class.
Oh,
But
that's good.
that is my worst grade I've ever gotten.
Uh,
So that's why. Yeah. But yeah. Have you guys ever called in to complain about anyone before?
I don't think so. Not usually a big complainer. You know,
Yeah.
things
Like
kind of
in
are how they
school or
are.
just in general?
No. Like at any business. You guys ever like call and complain?
No, I tried to call this Hot Cheeto number, but they never pick up.
Why were you not satisfied with the hot Cheetos?
No, they were like, tell us how it tastes.
So you're
I
gonna
was
tell
gonna
them?
be like, oh, it's good. They're like, call us at the right time, or during the business hour or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I never got to call them.
I usually just tell my stories to my friends.
Yeah, that's what I do. That's
I enjoy those.
my philosophy. I always.
I enjoy like shopping hauls and like little reviews.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
No, well, that wasn't what we were talking about. So that's why I said, oh yeah. I'm talking about She's saying her stories of like bad customer service, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I enjoy reviews of shopping hauls. I'm like,
Oh my God,
so that's why I said
yes.
yeah, and then you're
I
like,
know what you're
oh
saying.
yeah.
You're like, oh yeah.
Well, I'm like, you're the one who fucked up. No, I'm just kidding. Well, anyways, what I was gonna say is, well, you're the one. What are you
I have a
doing?
story
My
about
jaw was
Taco
clicking
Bell.
when I
No, but I always like I always say like fuck the people who call and complain because all you're trying to do is like get some kid in trouble who
Yeah.
fucked something up
Or
and
like free something.
yeah, but then and it's like yeah, so then but then I complain about shit all the time on the podcast, but I feel like that's not the same thing.
Right. I don't think it is.
No,
It's not direct. Are you touching me?
I'm sorry.
here's a question for you. I was a bit hypocritical today. So I was driving. I had to drive to, or maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna bleep that out. I have to drive to a city that is an hour away from here because this is where my roommates next year, Brennan, lives to pick up my a key to the apartment that we're living in because he picked up all the keys, right?
Yeah.
So then I was driving back, and this one specific road that is like a gravel road that I was taking back is like this weird way that I had to go because one of the roads was closed. There was a truck, or a small van going on it that was like going like 20 miles per hour and was driving in like the middle of the fucking road so I couldn't pass him. And I was like, oh my fucking God. And on the back of the car, it said, how's my driving? So then I called the number, and it was like, it was a robot. If it was a real person, I would have like hung up. But it's a
Yeah.
robot, so I was like,
Oh, it's a robot?
yeah, it was a robot.
That's-
I'm like, they will never check this.
Yeah.
And I was just bored waiting behind the guy. Like I was literally thinking of just like pulling over and sitting on my phone until like the guy left, and then like
Can you not
doing the
pass
drive.
him?
No, because he was driving in the middle of the road.
That happened to me
You
one
should have been
time.
like, stick your hand out, like go.
Nah,
What?
I didn't know. I didn't know you could do that.
Well, I don't know.
Is
I
that-
would have been like, move.
Yeah,
I don't
could have
know if you
honked.
can do.
That's
you
probably the
could've
least
maybe
passive aggressive
honked,
thing
but-
I could have done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if they do check those calls. I feel bad now. because I don't know.
I think it'll be
You
fine.
complained on that?
No, I just called the number and said the person I'm driving behind is driving like 10 miles below the speed limit and in the middle of the road, so I can't pass him. But yeah, so it's kind of I'm getting inconvenienced by this. But it's not like they know exactly
Yeah, who is
who it
driving?
was.
Yeah,
It's not like they have a
exactly.
specific number for each car
Right,
because I didn't say the license plate, obviously.
right.
Now I feel bad,
They can check it.
huh?
Well, if
I
you
don't
said
know.
whose
I feel
license plate it was,
I
then
don't.
probably. I don't think they could
Well,
know
they
if you
can
don't
listen to the
specify.
call.
well, what is the point?
Yeah, they can listen
Well,
to
what
the
is the
call.
point of those things?
What?
Those numbers? Like,
For you to get the anger out.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's usually people who are driving good.
Oh.
Like, there are people who it's like, they only have that. It's like, how's my driving? It's like, well, maybe not.
You call the phone number. Their
They-
driving is so good.
Their driving is
So
excellent.
good. I've never seen anything
Meanwhile,
like it. It was amazing.
you're typing in it on your phone in the fucking car while you're driving on like the highway.
Yeah,
You're like type like oh yeah
that's funny.
yeah those.
Excellent.
So why is it okay? So let me ask you this: how is it that people are allowed to put like phone numbers
On
on
billboards?
billboards, but you can't hold your phone while you're driving?
Well, it depends on what state you're in, because I think in Florida you can. Or you can at least at stop
Well, I know you
signs.
can't in Minnesota.
Yeah, I know you can.
Oh.
You used to be able to, though.
By the
Not
way,
while driving.
uh, people who are listening to this, I just like memorized the number and then like pulled over and called it.
Right.
I didn't actually call it while I was driving, just to
Right.
be sure. Uh, but yes, it's done like so like why do people advertise phone numbers on billboards when you would only see them when you're driving where you can't use your phone?
Maybe for
It's
passengers
TSR
in
time.
the car.
It's what?
That
TSR
one.
time?
Yeah.
Yes. For passengers
Never
in the car.
mind.
What do you mean? Never mind.
Then you can be like, oh my god, please call the billboard.
Holy shit! And that's like I don't know what kind of who advertise on billboards like lawyers and shit.
Yeah.
The TSR time guy.
Yeah.
So I got in the car crash, TSR time.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Or the 411 pain.
Okay. Yeah, I think
But
I've heard of
everyone
it.
knows that one.
Yeah, I see a lot of like
1-800-411 pain.
I don't know that one.
You don't know that
I've never
one?
heard of that.
You've never heard that?
I've heard of 1-877 Cars for Kids, but that's on
I've
the
heard
radio.
of that
I've
one.
never heard of that one.
What?
Do you guys listen to the radio?
No.
That's what I was just gonna say.
I listen to the radio.
When you drive normally?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I don't have a good music streaming service. So then I just listen to my country radio stations because I listen to country anyways. And they play songs I like. And
Why
I
don't
can
you just
shuffle through my two stations. And
Why don't
it
you just
works.
use YouTube?
Because that's an ordeal, and then I have to click if I like that song or not. And I don't like to be on my phone while driving.
I know, but just make a playlist.
Yeah, but I don't have an account on YouTube.
What? How you subscribe to the Loudmouth channel? You're not?
No, I
Oh
don't
my
subscribe
God.
to anyone. I just watch videos.
Oh my God. Do you even have the YouTube app on your phone?
Yeah, I have the YouTube app on my
Okay.
phone.
Yeah.
I just don't have a chance. Like, I don't have a
You don't have your Google account connected to it?
No, I think I did, but I never used it because I don't like them being able to track what I watch. So then Rachel
But it gives you,
was
like, a
on my
recommendation.
account because she didn't have one. So then she logged onto mine, she used my school email to make an account and then made
What?
an
Why
account.
doesn't she has a school email?
I don't know.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever
But
heard
yeah,
in my
already
entire
So
life.
then I didn't. What?
Is it already used?
No, you can have it hooked up to like multiple things at one time.
Just
But
make a new email address. It takes 10 minutes.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't really want to. Like I said, I don't,
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Rachel.
Oh.
Rachel, get a new email.
That
I
actually
don't know.
baffles me. That oh, sorry, I don't want to use my email address for our YouTube fucking account.
I don't really remember the reason why.
Okay,
For some
that
reason
can't be
she-
right because you don't even need a Google account
For
to use
some
YouTube.
reason, she was using my email. I don't know why.
Unless you have it like logged in on like your TV or something. That'd be the only reason.
No, it was on her phone.
Yeah, that's stupid. Rachel, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I thought that was funny.
Yeah,
Come on, Rachel.
fucking Rachel.
No, but I was gonna say, one time I was stuck behind a tractor.
Mhm.
And, okay, this was also a really weird scenario. This was back, like, probably sophomore or junior year on, like, a Wednesday, maybe,
Mhm.
on a school night. So this was, like, probably during October,
Mhm.
you know? And my dad went down to Iowa, and then his truck broke down. And then he was like, Annika, I need you to come pick me up in Iowa. Because I don't know where my brother was. And my mom was like, I'm too tired. So
Oh my
then
God.
I had to go on a school night and drive he was halfway home from Iowa when his truck broke down. So I only had to drive like 2 hours. But it was like at 11 p.m., 2 hours into Iowa and then 2 hours back to Iowa and go to school the next
Oh
morning.
my God.
But then I was
Wow.
stuck behind this tractor that was going 20 miles per hour down the road, and everyone was stuck behind him. Like, no one could pass him because everyone, like, there were a ton of cars coming the other direction. It was like a,
Yeah.
one-way highway,
Yeah,
so
okay,
you would
yeah.
have to, like, go into the oncoming traffic to pass.
Hmm.
And it was just brutal. I was on the phone with him. I was like, I'll be late. There's this tractor, and it's going 20 miles per hour. I've been stuck behind him for the last 8 miles. Like, it was not good. Yeah, so then I got home at like 3 a.m. that night.
Oh my
Then I had to go to
God.
school the next morning. And mind you, a lot of people do that. They go to bed at 3 a.m. and go to school the next
Yeah,
morning.
but they're not actually
But-
doing shit.
Yeah, and also I don't do that. I fall asleep at 11 like every night.
Yeah, you're the person who fucking has like their phone set to turn off at like 9 p.m.
I turn that off.
Thank Christ. Next time we do a podcast episode on Zoom, it's not gonna get ruined
Yeah, sorry
like the
about
last
that.
one.
The bedtime thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I was using it for a while, but then there was certain apps that, the podcast broke one time when I had that. And then there was another app that I needed to use one time, and then it stopped when the bedtime thing went off, and I was like, I can't do that anymore. It's too much of an inconvenience.
I'm gonna try to plan my. Sorry, you can say what you're gonna say.
No.
No, because the problem is that people like I was talking to my mom and she said, like she made some joke about how I was talk over people on the podcast, and I said, okay, well, I don't try to do that.
This already happened like 3 times.
But we just started talking at the same time. You're just
I
the one who.
know.
Well, I want you to
Oh.
talk.
I was gonna talk about my bedtime thing. I didn't even know that was a thing, and it just popped on.
It just turned on your phone?
Yeah, at 11:30 p.m.
You didn't turn it on?
Oh,
That's weird.
it was like your bedtime is at 11:30, and I was like, huh?
That's funny.
Was that like some sort of parental control type thing? When
Uh-uh.
did this happen?
I don't know. It happened last night too.
Last
What?
night?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Your phone is haunted.
Maybe someone...
Stop!
Or
Don't
hacked.
say that.
It's actually not haunted, but hacked.
It's hacked.
I'm gonna have to wash my hand with salt.
With salt?
Yeah, my
Oh,
mom
'cause
has
of
sixth
haunted.
sense, and
Okay.
like she tells me like if something like happens, you gotta wash your hands with salt to get the bad juju off of you.
Would you rather have your phone get hacked or have your phone be haunted by a ghost?
Haunted by a ghost.
But the only thing that happens when it's haunted by a ghost is like sometimes you'll be like if you're like in a chat.
You can talk to him.
No, yeah, like you're in like a chat menu, like you're in, like typing something, and then you don't type anything for a while. It might type like hi or something, or like it might try to make conversation with you. But if
Haunted.
it,
Just with you, or like
That'd be
will they
cool.
send it to other people?
yeah, I would
Like,
infinitely rather
could
have
they
that.
like mess with other people and be like, "Oh my god, you are awesome."
Like I'm typing, I'm trying to think of something to say to Annika, and then it just types like "you are such a stupid bitch," and I'm like no, and then it sends, and Annika's like what?
How dare you?
How dare
I'm like
you?
no, I promise there's a ghost.
You're like, "It's a ghost on my
It's a
phone that
ghost.
haunts my phone."
I'd probably still rather have that
Then
than
everyone would be like, "What is wrong with you?"
I'd probably still rather have that than all of my information be
Hacked.
leaked or like all my pictures be deleted or something.
That's a
I
big no-no.
agree, but I don't think I have that much to hide on my phone.
Yeah.
But I also just wouldn't want it to be hacked.
Yeah.
I don't have much to hide on my phone either. I'm just saying, like, I do, but because my fucking Google account is on it.
Yeah.
So that's all of my accounts for everything, like
I guess I
PlayStation.
do have like my bank account, but I
Yeah.
don't. They couldn't get in. I guess maybe they could.
They
The
could.
password. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
What's the password again?
No, like one of the passwords is saved like with my Face ID.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Right. So then it's like saved technically in the phone, but then my other bank doesn't have it saved. It won't auto save it for
Mhm.
some reason. So then I just have to type it every time.
I don't know why, but the app with the most security on my phone is the one I use to check my schedule for work.
That's weird.
It's like
Why?
I don't know. It's like it doesn't let me do the Face ID. I have to type in my password every time.
That's
It's like
annoying.
even my fucking bank account doesn't have that.
Yeah. One
So
of
it's
my
like
banks does.
all of my finances don't need to be that, but I need to check to see if I'm supposed to come into work tomorrow. Oh no, nobody can know that information possibly.
Huh.
I don't know what they could possibly get from that other than I guess they could like a hacker could like I don't know, trade shifts with another person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little switcheroo.
Like, no, I was hacked. Now I have to work every day for the next 3 weeks.
That would be brutal.
That would be brutal. If I change my availability to be like available like overnight,
That
that would suck.
would suck.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something about a customer complaint story.
Oh, okay.
Like my customer complaint story.
You already said it? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm complaining.
Oh, you're complaining. Yeah,
Right.
okay.
But I did not complain to the actual company.
Well, it's crazy because, Annika, because I like reviews of clothes as well.
You do?
Yeah. Okay, okay, continue.
No, okay, so I didn't actually complain to this company. I've just told this story to my friends a few different times, and they're like, that was so weird of Taco Bell to do. So what happened was, one time I was pulling into the drive-thru at Taco Bell, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they don't serve this burrito anymore, but it was called the Frito burrito, and it had like rice.
Oh my God. I remember that.
You know, like Fritos in it.
Oh
and it had,
my
like,
God!
ground beef, right? Okay. So it was a Frito burrito. It was like $1 on the menu. Are you good?
I missed that. I missed the good Taco Bell.
It was good, and it was like $1. But okay, so I used to get that all the time. So then I pull up to the drive-thru, and I was like, "All right." They're like, "What do you want? You know, how are you? What do you want?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "All right." So I'm gonna get one like Frito burrito, and then I'm gonna get one Baja Blast Freeze. And they were like, "We don't have any ice," and I was like, "Oh, weird, but okay, no Baja Blast Freeze then." And then they're like, "No, we don't have any ice." And I was like, "Okay," like I said, just the Frito burrito, no Baja Blast Freeze, like, no drink, just the Frito burrito.
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, we don't have any rice." And I was like, "Oh, okay, then like no Frito burrito, but I'll take that Baja Blast." And she's like, "We can make the burrito with no rice." And I was like, "Okay, then do that." I was like, "Frito burrito, no rice, Baja Blast Freezy." Okay. She's like, "Okay, cool, we can do that." And then I was like, "All right." And then I pull up to the window, right? She gives me my Baja Blast Freezy. She gives me my thing. I'm pulling away, and then I like stop for a second to like pull the burrito out, and then I took a bite of the burrito, but I decided for some reason that I wanted to see this burrito. I wanted to see the whole burrito, I bit the middle of the burrito, and there was rice in it, and I was like, "What the fuck?" This lady yelled at me, so there's no rice or ice 2 times. And then she said there's no rice, and now there's rice in my burrito? What is she talking about?
Maybe, this is my theory, okay?
Maybe they made rice in the time that I was confused.
Yeah, they got a shipment of rice. They're like, oh my God!
Rice!
Yeah.
We can give this person that! No.
They can get the rice!
My theory, this might actually, this is going to ruin the entire story, it was probably her manager yelling to her, "We don't have any ice," and then or rice, and then she thought it was ice the first 2 times,
right?
And then said ice, and then she's like, "Oh wait, no, we don't have any rice," and that's why she yelled.
Yeah.
It's because like her manager was like yelling at her or something.
Yeah.
And then someone from the back was like, "No, we do have rice," and she's like, "Oh."
It was so weird, and then I was like, I was like, I don't know if I can go to Taco Bell anymore. But then I proceeded to still go to Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But I have since banned a different Taco Bell for a different reason.
You banned a Taco Bell?
I boycotted a Taco Bell.
Okay, wait. So why is this this isn't a really complaint? Like you're complaining about them, but like it's not like you called in to complain?
No, I didn't call in to complain. I just thought it was a funny story that I have complained about to my friends because I think it's kind of funny.
Okay.
At the time, I was kind of, not even upset, but I was like, why?
Just confused.
Yeah, I was like, why did that lady tell me there was no rice? And then there was. It was just weird.
What was the other Taco Bell that you boycotted, I have to ask?
The one. It was shortly after they stopped selling the Frito burrito, but they still had it for some reason.
Okay, I'm
so
gonna
then
break both of those names, but that's okay.
Okay, so it was the neighboring.
You don't have to. You don't have to clarify. Just you don't have to clarify the Taco Bell locations.
Okay.
Just it doesn't. Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll just bleep it, but then it doesn't matter.
So just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So those Taco Bells, but so they still had the Frito burrito in town, but not the one
In the neighboring
in the
town.
neighboring town.
So,
So then I boycotted the Taco Bell in the neighboring town because
okay.
they didn't have that burrito anymore. I was very upset. And then they have all since got rid of that burrito. But they have a new one that's called like the beefy cheesy burrito
Yep.
I've
on the
had
$2
that.
menu, and that I think has Fritos in it. They're red, but I don't know.
What's Fritos?
Fritos? They're like a corn chip.
What?
Oh.
They're red. I don't know why
Yeah,
they're
that
red.
I was just thinking about that. Like, I remember them being red the first time,
Yeah.
but I don't. I've never had a
I've never
red
had a.
Frito.
That's not like flavored, because I mean, like the brown ones are those
The
chili cheese
goated ones are the
flavors,
chili cheese brown ones.
right? And those are
You ever
good,
had
but I don't
those?
know why they are red.
You gotta get
I'm
on that.
scared to try new stuff at Taco Bell.
But not even like a Taco Bell. I'm saying like the chili
Yeah,
cheese
just the
Fritos,
Fritos.
the
She
brown
didn't
like the
even know what
brown
a
bag.
Frito was.
Oh, like little.
Yeah,
It's
right.
it's like a curl.
Exactly.
It
They're
looks
like
like this,
they're
but
like
without
that.
my arm
And
there.
it's
Like
kind of like a wavy.
a little, yeah, a little curl,
Yeah,
maybe.
sometimes,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
okay.
Exactly.
This
I
is the
know.
worst episode to listen to if you're.
It's like
So then I was here, and then I went. It was
Like,
roughly this size, and then yeah,
I forget because now that you do have it on video, I think it's all just video and everyone's watching and not.
that might be the saddest thing I have to live with every week is when I have someone on the podcast and they're like, "Oh, you do video now?" It's like, yeah, I've been doing that since like the beginning of this year.
Well, no, I know, but I just forget because
I
originally
know.
it wasn't,
Oh, yeah. Well, for the first 100 episodes, yeah, it wasn't.
right.
Yeah,
And the only ones I've had
it was worse when.
recently that aren't are the Zoom ones.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, no, it still had a video.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah,
That weren't not video,
yeah.
right? That made sense.
Right. Yeah. The only episode you've been on since we started doing video was a Zoom episode
Right, that's what
where
I'm
we
saying.
weren't in the basement recording, but I was recording you
Right,
without. Yeah, I was recording the screen.
right.
Yeah.
The Zoom.
Do you remember that?
yeah.
Everyone, look at my tiki cup.
Tiki.
Is that like Squidward's Tiki Land?
Kind of.
Squidward's Tiki.
Yeah. See,
Tiki.
that was a that I just know you that well, but I knew that's what
We
you're
were
talking about.
singing that song earlier.
Elote.
I brought that cup and I was like, this is gonna be a funny cup.
This is gonna be a funny visual gag on the podcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Now only the cool people can see my tiki cup.
Yeah. Or
I
the
don't even
people.
know if you can see it right now. You could see it earlier. It was on the table. But then I was
You can
nervous
probably
it was
see it.
gonna make too much noise.
Oh no, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I like how you have the courtesy. Like a lot of people don't have that, where like people are just slamming the fucking table
Yeah,
or
I
like,
keep tapping it with my hands,
yeah,
trying to point stuff out on the table.
yeah.
I'm a very visual gal.
I thought you were about to say visual guy. Yeah,
That's not even visual. What would you say that is?
You didn't
huh?
even hear that?
Like you're very like. Do you think they can hear you taking hair off the?
No, I'm rubbing the hair on
They
it.
can probably definitely hear it.
I should
If
boost
your
the audio.
nail touches it, yeah.
No, okay,
Woo.
yeah.
I wanted to tell you guys a funny story, but I don't think it's appropriate.
Uh, so this is what we'll do. If you think it's appropriate and it doesn't involve other people
It
that
involves
wouldn't want
it
them.
involves poop.
Oh, well then we're fine.
Oh.
I thought it was gonna be
No,
like an
I've
inappropriate, like
told
an actual inappropriate
no,
story.
no. I've told a couple people about this story already, and
Okay.
their reaction was, "Oh, that's gross." But I thought it
Okay.
was funny.
I heard a shit story on yeah, I heard another shit story recently that was on a podcast that I may or may not have done before this that can't come out yet.
Oh, so we have too much.
Huh? No, I'm saying it's fine because
Oh,
yeah, no, just tell the story
gotcha.
All right.
if you want.
So, like a couple days ago, I was working and I was doing the pump out, the shitters, and it was a big boat and it had two shitter tanks, right? And they were all both full.
Yeah.
And I was doing one of them while this little boy inside the boat flushes the toilet, and the tank was full. So there's like a holes on the side of the boat,
Mhm.
and there was shit coming out of it right after he flushed it. And then me and my
So it's fresh shit.
The same face. We're like, oh.
my manager and I were just standing there, and just shit just comes splashing on her feet.
On her feet?
Yeah.
Ew!
And then we look down, and there's like one piece of corn on the top.
Stop. How the fuck are you eating solid corn?
The corn, you can't digest corn.
Yeah, but
But like,
That is
I
true.
didn't think that the corn would
Ew!
come out of
That's
the
so gross.
okay. I'm gonna put a disclaimer before that. I'm gonna edit in me talking. I'm gonna
See?
put
You
it.
guys said it's gross.
Yeah, but it's not. That was. But when you say inappropriate, I thought it was like a
Just don't
sexual
even-
story or
Uh-uh.
like a illegal story or
No,
something.
don't put that on there.
Don't put the story in.
Don't.
Delete the story.
Don't put the
Delete.
disclaimer. Don't.
No.
You want me to cut out the story?
It's up to you, I guess.
I'm not gonna cut out the story. I was just gonna do the disclaimer. Yeah, this isn't like an inappropriate story. This is just a gross story.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's a disturbing
Yeah.
story.
Maybe I should. Fuck you guys. You get it. When if you have a thing with poop and she said poop at the beginning,
Elote.
then-
Poop and elote.
then you can just skip it.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
I'll-
It's gross.
I'll put in the
But
chapter.
it's funny.
I'll put warning gross in the parentheses. Yeah.
Gross corn.
Yeah.
Gross.
I heard a hypothetical once that because you guys know I give a lot of hypotheticals, right?
Yes.
I heard a hypothetical that actually was a very good hypothetical in my opinion, and everyone who I've heard ask says like the wrong answer. So I'm gonna see what you guys have to say.
I feel like I've maybe heard this hypothetical.
Does it have to do with what she
Continue.
just said?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So the hypothetical basically is this. No, because the hypothetical you're thinking of, if I'm thinking of the right one, is one that I came up with. This is one that
Okay.
I do not
So
claim
you
credit
did it?
for.
Okay.
So it's basically the guy was talking to his friend on like a podcast or something, and he said, "How much money? Like, if I ate a piece of corn and let it, like, and I digested it, and then like I picked it out of my shit, and then like thoroughly washed it,
Oh.
how would you take 10 grand to eat it?"
No. 10 grand? No.
I don't know.
You don't know.
That's gross.
To
But, like,
me,
That disturbs
wash
me.
it.
if you you thoroughly wash it as much as you can.
That still really disturbs me.
To me,
For more money, I would.
yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, maybe for more money, but like for me, I don't get what is really that like 10 grand for a piece of corn?
I
When
don't know.
was it shit?
Yeah, but there's no evidence of that.
Huh?
There's no it's washed completely.
Washed.
I know, but it came from your shit.
Yeah, but who cares?
See, if it was more money, then I
Okay,
would do it.
okay, you ate an egg, but that was in a butthole at one point.
Gross.
Yeah, but no, that's different.
Yeah.
It wasn't a butthole.
Huh?
Eggs don't come out of buttholes.
I guess, but you know.
And the egg is like contained in like a shell. Like
chicken just poops it out.
Yeah,
Like you're not like what you're eating of egg is not in the chicken, if you know what I mean, right?
yeah,
I mean, like,
because
it
it's the
is,
shell of
but
the
then,
egg.
like, right.
Okay, let me think of a better example. What other? Okay, how about this? You eat steak that was in the body of a cow.
Right. I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's my response.
I mean, like,
All food is gross at some point.
right.
Like milk, you're sucking.
You know where a lot of the like if you eat carrots, that was picked straight out of a bunch of fucking dirt.
Right.
And you know what they might have done to that? They might have
dirt.
You know what they might do to some crops that you might have eaten?
Right.
Spread fucking manure on it.
Yeah, I wash my crops.
Yeah, and I'm gonna wash that one singular piece of corn as much as I possibly can before I give it to you.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's just weirder.
How is that weird?
I
Okay,
think that kinda makes
don't-
sense.
What if it's
I know what you're saying. I just don't like it.
yeah?
I don't like to think about things.
I'm not saying it's my corn, by the way. It doesn't have to be me. It could be anyone. You could choose-
My
you could
corn.
choose-
Yours
it could be-
absolutely not. If it's Henry's, okay.
No. It could be shout out by Chris Evans and then washed.
Mm.
Would you do it then for 10 grand?
Of course.
I do it without washing it. She says.
That's funny.
No.
No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. But anyways, it's kind of funny. Like I saw another thing where it was like, it's funny how like carrots like are grow out of the fucking ground, and then they're like manhandled by some guy who picks the carrots or whatever. It could be, and then get sent to like some fucking factory or whatever where it's like, they put the Dole sticker on it, they wash it or whatever. It gets put in a store where people are gonna be like manhandling, like, oh, is this a good size carrot? I'm gonna put this down. Then you take it home, you wash it, and then you drop it on the floor, and you're like, oh, I gotta throw it away.
I usually just wash it again.
Yeah.
Really?
5-second rule, baby.
Yeah.
It depends on what it is, whether or not I'll wash it again.
Well, I don't eat big carrots.
Big carrots? I do eat big carrots.
I don't eat carrots at all, really. But if I were to eat carrots, it'd be like the best carrot would be like a carrot that's like steamed or whatever. I don't know.
I like cooked
I
carrots.
don't really like cooked carrots.
I don't like raw carrots.
I like a raw carrot. I like a big carrot.
I don't fucking. Okay, that's what she said. I don't care about. I don't much care for like plain.
If I were to have a cooked carrot, I like the ones that are in like brown sugar. If you know what I'm saying.
Brown sugar?
Have you ever had? They're like cooked in brown sugar, so then they're in like this glaze. It's like a brown sugar glaze.
No, I've never had that.
My
It's
mom
pretty
like
good.
steams it with olive oil and like rosemary. It's good.
Yeah, I mean, like if my mom's doing steamed vegetables, that'll happen. But I don't usually like those. I've had the ones where she makes them with brown sugar, and those are really good. Otherwise, I like a raw carrot.
I thought of another weird thing that happens at like businesses.
Businesses, okay.
You know how you go to Kwik Trip and they always say, like specific businesses have specific things they tell the employees to say to you. Like Chick-fil-A, obviously they say,
My pleasure.
"My pleasure," right?
Right.
All the other ones they might have, whatever.
I don't like when McDonald's says my pleasure.
Yeah, it's like you fucking stole that.
That's not your place.
Yeah.
They say that?
Exactly.
Sometimes it's
And they wanted us to say that at Culver's for a brief period of time. I'm like, no, that's what Chick-fil-A says.
Yeah.
Or they're like, oh yeah, our patties are fresh, never frozen. It's like, well, that might be true, but you have to word it differently because that's Wendy's. That's what Wendy's says.
Yeah.
But Kwik Trip, they'll always say, see you next time.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
I've probably never gone to the same Kwik Trip employee twice.
Yeah.
And when I was in that city today that I had to drive to, I went to Kwik Trip to get gas and lunch.
It's kind of awkward.
And the person said, see you next time. It's like, I literally, I double take. I did a double take. I was literally like, and I was thinking about what I should say to him. It's because I was like, I just go, yeah. I was literally thinking of being like, no, I'm not going to see you next time because I'm not going to ever come to this Kwik Trip again in my life. Or if I do, then it's not going to be while you're working here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't have to go to a Kwik Trip because never mind.
Did you know Kwik Trip has really cheap bananas?
Yeah.
I did. They have good, like a produce section.
Did you know why they have really cheap bananas?
Do they grow their own bananas?
They grow their own bananas. They have their own banana plantation. And a lot of their fresh fruit, I think, as well. I know that they grow their own bananas. I guess I don't know about the fresh fruit.
I didn't know that.
But they grow their own bananas, so that's why they're only like 29 cents a pound.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Potassium.
Yep, so they are like directly shipped from their bananas to the Kwik Trip.
Yeah. Isn't it kind of... No, never mind. I was going to say, that is nice, but I feel weird doing my grocery shopping at a gas station.
I don't usually do my grocery shopping at a gas station. I sometimes will go into the gas station and I'll be like,
what if you
want a banana.
Like, healthy? You want like a healthy snack.
Yeah, but
I
grab
mean, like,
a banana.
If I want a snack, sometimes I'll go in there and grab a banana. But I have bananas at home a lot.
Okay, this is where my lifestyle differs from you guys. Is I will never eat fucking... I will never be like, I want a snack. I'm gonna go get a fucking banana from Kwik Trip. I will always get the fucking...
I literally did this the other day. It was me... Who was it? It was me...
Wow.
Logan, Megan, and Kira, I think, in our car. In Megan's car, I think. And then Kira wanted bug juice, right?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah.
Have you ever had it?
Uh-uh.
We used to get it all the time when we were kids.
Very terribly marketed product. Why would you want to drink something called bug juice?
It was... for kids. You know, the kids are like, bug juice, you know. So
yeah, and I knew fucking kids who were like, oh, gross, bug juice.
No, a lot of kids were like, yeah, bug juice.
Well, not the kids I knew. The kids I knew were fucking losers.
Anyways, so Kira wanted bug juice, and she only wanted bug juice. She wanted just bug juice. Any other brand that was like a kid's juice that wasn't bug juice, she wasn't having.
Should put a bug juice counter at the bottom right corner. Probably not going to, though, because I need to edit this episode really quick.
So then we went to Kwik Trip, and we go to like the area where the juices would be.
Yeah.
And they didn't have bug juice. So then we got those Kool-Aid bursts.
Yep.
Are they Kool-Aid
jammers?
Kool-Aid jammers.
Like the thing that you have to, the weird plastic tips.
Yeah, they have the weird plastic tips, but they're not called jammers anymore. Those are the juice box ones. Those are called jammers now. Now they're called bursts, I think. You'll you'll fact check me on that, but I think that's true. Anyways, what?
Huh? We're just like waiting for you. Like you have to fact check me on this. You're talking about fucking Kool-Aid. It's like, what am I gonna do?
Anyways, so we grabbed those Kool-Aids, and then we were on our way out, and I was like, I need a banana. And then it was like 10 cents, 12 cents. The guy weighed it, because it was per pound.
Give it up for free at that point.
Seriously, it was a 12-cent banana, and the guy weighed it, and he was like, ring, on the scale. I was like, just give me the banana, please.
Yeah.
I'll pay for the banana, I swear. But, like, they're 29 cents a pound. I'll give the guy a quarter. You know?
Yeah.
I know this banana ain't a pound, but, you know, weighing it, that's a lot of work. Dude, maybe they should do it per banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what if you get, then people just only want the big bananas?
Well.
That's where you come to a problem.
I mean, I don't think everyone does that, because sometimes you're not in the mood for a big banana.
Yeah, but you're not going to pay, you don't want to pay the same amount for a fucking small banana.
I know some people would.
Wow, some people are dumb.
Because some people are
just get a big banana that costs the same amount and then throw the rest away.
Yeah, but why? You know, that's wasteful. Get the size banana that you need.
Well, what's so funny?
I just can't believe we're talking about bananas.
This is a very crazy episode. We went from talking about carrots to corn to bananas. You guys want to talk about pears?
I don't have much of an opinion on pears.
They suck.
They're fine.
No, they literally suck. They suck.
I like those little cups you can get that are like mandarin oranges. But I got a variety pack of them the other day.
Those are goated.
That was the mandarin oranges, peaches, and pears. But they weren't.
Yeah, but that's fine.
They weren't the mixed ones. It was like separate.
I like the ones like they're like all in that little juice, and they get the maraschino cherries in them sometimes, and you go. If you eat those with a fucking spoon, you're a loser. I'm sorry.
I eat them with a spoon.
Well, you're a loser. I'm sorry, but you know what?
Mandarin oranges are the best ones, though.
I love mandarin orange. I don't like peach.
Peaches, they're fine.
You gotta eat the Japanese
pear. They're fine.
You know what I've also
come
around on?
What
is I no longer have the time, and I don't know why I'm like making like a big stance about this because I probably haven't eaten one of these in like a year, but I don't have the time anymore to like peel string cheese. I'll just eat that shit whole.
I was doing that the other day, and someone yelled at me, and they were like, "Why do you eat your string cheese like that?" And I was like, "Okay,
it's called string cheese."
But I know. But you get when you eat the string cheese without peeling it, it feels like you're eating more food. I don't know why, but it feels like you're not eating anything when you eat peels of string cheese.
Agreed, and it's nice to eat string cheese and peel it. But often when I'm eating my string cheese, I'm eating it in the car on my way to somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I take it as like a snack. And then I can't be driving and peeling my string cheese.
That's when you go.
So then I just
you bite it and then you slide it.
No,
that's how you do it.
That's too dangerous. I just have to bite the cheese.
There's some foods that like I feel like when you eat apples, I feel like sometimes eating slices of apples, it feels like you get more food.
I always slice my apples.
That's because you leave the core when you eat the whole apple, but then you don't leave pretty much anything when you.
You eat the core when you slice your apple?
I don't think I've ever sliced apples for myself.
Do you slice your apples?
Sometimes.
Do you eat the core when you slice your apples? I was gonna say I slice. So my apples on the counter. I slice one side.
But you okay, but I should clarify.
2, 3.
The core is you leave less of a core. Like the top, when you think of an apple core, it has the top of it as well, like the top of the apple.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Usually,
when you bite it, you eat more of the core rather than you cutting it.
Yeah,
you
typically
more
when
of
I
the
cut
core.
it, I have like a rectangular core piece that's probably like that big.
When you can just bite little pieces off.
It's like a rectangular prism, so it's like this, but a prism. And then I usually in my dad's home, I say, "Dad, you want my apple core?" And he'll eat my apple
disgusting.
core.
The whole thing?
No, not the whole thing. He just like eats like the
around
because it's like a square or like a rectangle. He eats like the
chop.
Do you ever share fucking?
sides.
Do you ever share fucking hot wings with him, and he eats the dead meat on the?
No.
No.
I don't. I'm not licking my apple when I cut my apple. It's like the
Oh.
core that it's the apple
Okay,
that I slice.
I'm just thinking of the part that nobody would want.
Apple.
Huh?
It's not like I eat the apple and then give him my
Yeah,
core.
that's what I was thinking for some reason.
No. I cut my apple and then give him my core.
Yeah.
You should get an apple slicer. Just go.
I've thought about it.
It's nice.
But then you have the core pieces in there.
But it's circled.
Oh, it is circled. You're right.
And it's more.
I don't eat apples enough to have an opinion on that.
I like an apple.
What's
your favorite apple?
What did I just say?
You don't eat apples?
I like the red Honey Crisp apple. That's my favorite.
That's not bad.
Honey Crisp, Fuji apple.
I like a pink lady.
I was gonna say.
What's the red good. Delicious? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
There was this one apple.
You know what I fuck with though? I really fuck with apple orchards. That you will never have a bad time going to a fucking apple orchard.
That's facts.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like.
There's like a fucking maze, or there's like you get like all those. You don't even just get apples. You get like apples, and then you get like caramel apples. You get like
apple
cider.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, you will never. Yeah.
Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a good fall activity going to an apple orchard.
Activity.
Yeah, but I don't ever slice apples for myself. But I do. Like if I eat it, if I just have an apple, I'm just gonna eat the apple.
That's what
but the only time I'll ever like eat apple slices is if it's like prepared at like a party or something.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Or like, yeah.
Have you ever been to? I guess your first time in Florida was with us.
My only time in Florida was ever with you.
Me too.
You too. So neither of you have ever been to an orange orchard.
I've never been to an orange orchard.
What you call it. It's an orange grove, maybe. That might be what it's called.
Yeah.
With orange trees, basically.
Yeah.
You've never been?
No.
What?
Have you ever been to a grape orchard?
Like a vineyard?
That was the joke.
I have been to one. We had to pick grapes for a sport that I was in high school one time. Yeah, it was part of like our booster program. The guy was like
grapes.
The guy was like I don't know how they got this gig, but they were like, if you have your swimmers here. Oh. Okay.
Why are you tweaking?
The sport I was in. I just said the sport I was in.
Who gives a fuck?
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Everyone knows.
Okay.
You can say that it's not even like a specific thing. It's swimming.
Okay. Anyways, so they were like, if you have like the girls come and pick these grapes, we'll give you like so much money to support your, team in doing this. So they like, I think that's how it went. I guess
That's probably a scam. They probably.
I don't know if that's exactly how it went, but we picked grapes in this vineyard in near our town. For like 3 days.
3 days?
Maybe. It was definitely 2. I was definitely there twice.
Wouldn't it be funny if it was like that was part of some weird like Mr. Miyagi like exercise, like somehow picking grapes like it increases like your swimming strokes better.
Yeah.
Like you're like they go remember your grape picking techniques before like your meat or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's some like sort of like connection with the I don't know.
Yeah. No, but yeah. So I have done that, but also back to the oranges.
Jesus Christ! Can we stop talking about fucking fruits?
When I was a kid, I was probably like 6 years old at this orange grove with my family. And it's the first time my family had ever gone to this orange grove, and they were like, "This will be really fun. We get to go pick our oranges, And it was like, I don't know if it was like. It was the people who owned the orange grove. I don't remember. But this guy, like, was showing us the trees. He was like, this is like this type of orange tree, this is this type of orange tree. And then he whips out this knife and chops an orange off the tree. And then, like, digs into it and slices it up.
It's like
and
a
then he,
fruit ninja.
Yeah, and then he, like, threw us all a piece of orange and he was like, try this orange. And then he's like, now decide whether or not you want to pick these oranges. Otherwise, we can go try more oranges.
Oh my god. I don't think I've ever tried a different tasting orange.
They have a lot of different oranges.
Are there really?
I mean, there's like a specific type of Florida orange.
Oh, yeah, I
Or like the
suppose.
main ones that they grow, but then there are other orange. Like there's juicing oranges and like navel oranges, I think is what they call them. And then I think they have blood oranges there too.
Why are bananas the only fruit that people care about? Like what? Oh, I only like the red delicious banana, like or not banana, apple. Like you don't ever hear about people like is there other species of like banana and orange and
There's like
grapes
those
and
baby bananas, and then there's also
I've
purple
never
bananas
had.
if you've ever seen those.
yeah, but are those bananas?
Yeah, they're all bananas.
There's like
They're just
another
a little
word that I
more
can't think of right now for the thing.
plantains.
Yeah,
Those are
yeah.
different. Plantains are really big. They're not very sweet like a regular banana.
She knows her fruit.
The reason I know my fruits is in like Minnesota, a lot of the oranges are the same oranges, you know.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a difference if you do like your blood orange and then like your regular orange, you know, in our grocery stores. But in Florida, we have a not a farmer's market. It's a produce stand run by like these people in town, and they grow all their own produce. So they have like 5 different styles of oranges, and then I try them sometimes. Because it's like, buy 10 oranges for $10. So it's like $1 an orange. And I'm like, all right, good deal. So then I get oranges. And they have like little oranges and they have big oranges and oranges.
We should title this episode Annika Talks About Fruit for Too Long.
I like fruit.
We've been talking about fucking fruit.
What's your favorite fruit?
Strawberries.
What's your favorite fruit? 3, 2, 1, go.
Pineapple, I guess. You know what I will say? If pomegranate was in a more easily accessible way to eat, that would be the best fruit.
Pomegranate is awesome.
But pomegranate are like the formation of them suck because you have to like eat the little seeds and that's annoying. And you have to like get them out of the.
You don't like eating the seeds?
Well, just too much of a pain in the ass. If it was like if I get a gigantic pomegranate seed, seed, that'd be so sick. Would it not?
I don't know. I don't know if I would like that. If you ate like a big
That
one,
would be a fucking mess.
You know, because like I will be like, you know, opening a pomegranate, I'll be slapping the pomegranate to get the seeds out, and I'll be getting pomegranate all over my body because they're just crazy.
They need to make we need to make like the
genetic modification,
the cloudy with a chance of meatballs device in real life
to
make giant pomegranate seeds. Yeah. What's your favorite fruit, Anri?
I like cantaloupes and honeydew.
Oh, I don't like melon.
I'm not a fan
You're
of those.
the third one to say that.
I'll be the fourth one to say that.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not a big fan of
I'm
any
not
kind
a
of
melon person. I think it's the texture of melon that I don't really like. It's kind of all melon. I don't really
You
like
guys
watermelon
hurt my
either.
feelings.
Sometimes if a watermelon is really sweet, then I don't mind it, but honeydew and cantaloupe, not my thing.
Honeydew's better than cantaloupe.
Why did they make the Bitmoji on the top left of Snapchat 3D now?
I hate that.
That's the dumbest thing.
I haven't gotten that yet.
But it's so stupid. Like, do you know that nobody that doesn't look good? Snapchat.
Yeah. Are we done with our fruits?
Yeah, I'm just hard changing the subject.
Can we talk about space?
Space?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we are like an hour and like 10 minutes in the podcast, so just keep that in mind.
Okay. I just think that everything has an end to it, so I just don't like the fact that the space just keeps going.
I don't believe
it
keeps going.
I hate the infinite thing.
I just don't think it's true. I don't think there can be infinite.
That's what I think so too, because like everything has an ending.
You would think so, other than like a number, but like.
True.
I mean, like numbers technically don't end, but like.
Pie.
Kind of.
No, they don't. What do you mean, kind of?
Like, there's a point where you're like, that's enough numbers.
That's enough.
What?
You know what I mean?
No.
And it's like, there's a point to numbers where it's like, we don't need any more numbers.
There's a number. There's a number that's so big that nothing in the world will ever be that amount of things.
Right? Yeah, it makes no sense to
Or
have that
nobody
big
will
of a
ever count
number.
that high or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, why? That's not a number.
That's when people get lazy
There's
and they're
no
just
more
like,
number.
oh yeah, infinity.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you
That's
guys,
what I'm trying to say.
Would you guys ever go to space?
I
If
do
you
the
had the opportunity.
I do the Jeff
to?
Bezos thing when I go for like a little bit. I wouldn't want to go like on a big
Well,
expedition.
let's say the Earth is about to explode. Would you go to
Well,
space?
Yes,
yes,
of
what?
course.
Of course I would.
You're not?
I'm
Huh.
exploding with the Earth.
Oh, I would not
What?
like that.
I ain't going to space.
What if
I
everybody
would
was going to
not
like
like
Mars?
that.
Like everyone
What
you
if
knew.
all
I'd
of
be
your,
like,
what
Like,
if
we had it
all your
set.
friends were like, bye, Henry, we're going to
Like,
space.
Bye.
That's not what's gonna happen.
What if
Though.
they were begging you and they're like, Henry, we're all going to space. Why don't you please come? We need you in space.
I don't know.
Would you go?
Like everyone, like I'm the only person on Earth.
Yeah, like no, like just like your close friends. Like there might be other randos who are gonna also explode. You know, crackheads that couldn't make it on the, other people who are like,
Then I'll.
Okay, I'm
suck it
actually
up.
having
I
like
think
an
they explode.
existential crisis talking about this, about the end of the world.
Then I'll go to.
Because I know that there's not like if there's like a
Ouch.
if it's gonna explode, then it's like, well, we're fucked. Because like even if like they get the Mars shit figured out, it's not gonna be like
It's not ready.
Mars is a smaller planet than Earth.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're gonna have the supplies to have every single person. Like I don't even get why people are so excited about it. It's like I don't know. It's like what you have to. It's just stupid. I hate when people are like, "Oh yeah, we'll just go to Mars." It's like, no, you won't. Only the fucking rich people. Elon
does
Musk
it have
will
to
go to
be
Mars and
Mars?
his 20 fucking kids.
If the space goes on forever, then there's.
Well, then you would have
Because
to
you're not-
transfer to a new galaxy.
We can't even get to it.
What if there's another Earth?
There isn't? What do you mean? there's
How do
another
you
Earth?
know?
Solar system.
What do you mean?
How do you know?
Huh? What do you mean? There's another Earth?
Like there's another planet that functions kind of like Earth in another
There's like another whole entire
galaxy or
galaxy.
another solar
sure.
system.
Yeah, but do you think that? Yes, like the universe is infinite, so it's like it's
I hate that.
there are an infinite amounts of me, like on other planets, having this exact conversation with you.
Simulation.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, like,
Like there's a planet out there where like
people are unique. So it's like, I don't think there could be another 3 of us all having this exact same conversation.
on the 123rd podcast.
Right,
Yeah. It would be slightly different, you think?
right. You know.
So like multiverse type shit, like
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, it just seems weird. Like, I just don't.
Yeah. I don't
mean,
know.
like, maybe there's parallel universes, but then I think they're like intertwined and interwebbed with like ours. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think just like a random one is having this conversation. You know what I mean?
Sure. So, yeah.
I just think that there's like an
An
end to this space, and either NASA knows and doesn't want to tell anyone,
Nope.
or we don't have like the technology to go further up to find out what's up there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, do you think like there's a spot where just like
It just
atoms
ends.
like don't exist anymore?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
that's
like-
possible. Yeah. But then I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think that's true. Well, did you see
How do you know?
Well, I don't know. I feel like that's just goes against my beliefs. Goes against my religion even, I would say. Yeah. But then it's so funny when people are like, "Oh, blah blah blah." They're like super Catholic people, and they're talking about like aliens. It's like, well, didn't God say that He only put life on one planet? It's like pick a lane, bruh. You're gonna say that aliens are? Oh, you're an idiot if you don't think aliens exist. But then at the same time, they're like, "Oh yeah, the Bible is. I believe everything the Bible said." No, whatever. Not talk about religion or anything.
No, I
but
know what you're saying.
yeah,
But
yeah. But I don't know. If you're going to believe, well, maybe I should just wrap this up before I get too religious. But what I'm trying to say is I don't get why people take the Bible so seriously, especially the beginning of it when nobody wrote that shit down. Like, how do you know? Like,
Right.
yeah.
I don't know much about the Bible.
I don't either. I only know something that I saw on TikTok about this guy collecting foreskins.
Foreskins?
Yeah, like the king or whatever. Like somebody
Yeah. What
requested
is
this
that guy?
to get like 100 something foreskins to get something, but he ended up like doubling up the number
Oh, right.
and got like 200 foreskins.
What was that guy?
I don't even know.
I don't know what you're
I just
talking
thought
about.
that was weird,
I'm
so
gonna
I
look that up. I think
remembered
it might be. Maybe it was the guy from like the guy who wanted Jesus killed when he was born. He was like, I gotta fucking I gotta find all these foreskins. Bible foreskin
Foreskins.
guy.
How do you even get
Zippera.
them?
On the way at a place where they spent the night, the Lord, in all caps, because that's what they have to do in the Bible, met him and tried to kill him. But Zippora took a flint and cut off her son's foreskin. Oh, this is different. And touched his feet with it and said, Truly you are a bridegroom of blood to me. So he let them alone. Oh, wait, this is Philip. Okay, wait, I found something different. It's David. David took his men with him and went out and killed 200 Philistines and brought back their foreskins. They counted out the full number to the king so that David might become the king's son in law. Then Saul gave them his daughter
That
Michal
just doesn't
in
make
marriage.
sense.
So King Saul. Yeah. Because of the most recent Better Call Saul episode.
Oh, I was gonna say, how was that? Oh.
Actually, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I should
I
look that
don't
up.
know anything about
I
that
don't
show.
either.
Yeah.
I thought Elvis was kind of sad.
That was kind of sad.
Have
Did
you
you
seen
watch
the
that
Elvis?
movie?
I
No.
did.
Mm.
I think no. Fuck no. I don't. Fuck Elvis.
Oh.
He's just not relevant. I don't. I might have said this. I literally on the last podcast episode, but I feel like Elvis is the only person like he might be the worst aged musician because he was like at one point like the biggest fucking star in like the entire world, and now I can't even think to a single time in my life I've heard an Elvis song like on the radio or like in someone's playlist or something.
Huh.
Like he's just not relevant to my life at all, except for the fact that I know he was a big deal and I know he died on the toilet. And there's a dinosaur train character that was a parody of him, and he was in Forrest Gump.
He's in Forrest Gump.
Yeah, he learned his thing from Forrest Gump. He learned how to do his shaky leg thing from Forrest Gump
Oh.
because he like lived at his house. Not the actual Elvis. The
I was
actual
gonna
Elvis
say,
wasn't in him,
what are
but
you talking about?
the Elvis guy, like, remember?
I didn't.
Right?
I've never watched Forrest.
Oh, I haven't seen it in a while, so I might be tweaking, but I'm pretty sure that there was a scene where like Elvis, the guy who ended up being Elvis, lived with the Forrest, like lived with the Gumps rather, and then like he's like, hey, I like it, like because you know Forrest Gump has like those braces on his legs, like those he always had those metal, like I think he had polio or something,
Okay.
so he had like those metal
He's
braces
the
on his.
one where it's like I ran.
Yeah, I never stopped running. Yeah.
I never saw.
Well, because that was Forrest Gump's whole thing was he ran.
Yeah, because he couldn't, right?
Well, because he got bullied by like there was a spot where it was like there's a point. I don't want no. I'm explaining the entire plot to Forrest Gump to you, but he was running because was getting bullied, and so he's running from his bullies, and then that's why he learned to run really fast.
Oh yeah.
But then what were we
That's
just talking
the
about?
whole point of
Something
the
about
movie.
Elvis. I was gonna
Oh
say
yeah,
some.
and then
Oh.
yeah, that's why he had like polio legs.
Oh. I was going to say. You haven't like. Do you ever do like a fancy dinner or go to a fancy dinner?
For Thanksgiving, I guess. Why?
Sometimes they play Elvis. If you're at like a fancy
Oh,
restaurant.
a restaurant.
Yeah. Or like
Elvis.
yeah, some of his like
His slower songs.
slower songs.
Did he write the "Falling in Love with You" song?
I think so.
Can't
Wait.
Help Falling in Love.
No. Wait.
The
Which one?
wise man said.
Yeah, I think that was it.
Yeah. Yeah, Can't Help Falling in. Yeah, but the more popular version isn't him, obviously.
Right.
It was like
Because
a lady.
it's a woman
singing.
singing it.
I think they did it together. I think he had her featured on his album. For
Oh,
that
really?
Song. I think that's how that went.
Oh.
down.
Yeah. Well, obviously you don't hear Elvis like singing that song though in his like voice.
Right.
When you
no.
when you see it in like sad compilations,
Yeah.
which is the only time that you hear that song now.
But like he is in that song at certain points, I think.
Really? Maybe I've
Yeah.
never listened to that full song.
I guess I don't know. Maybe I've just listened to both of them and I'm mixing the two in my head right now. But I've definitely heard him singing that song.
Yeah.
But, like, my family used to do, like, fancy dinners. And we would, like, Elvis would sometimes be on. Otherwise, Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, he's the goat.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Did you know Olivia Newton-John died?
Yes.
I found that out today. I was at work and I saw it on the TV and I was like, oh.
I didn't know.
The main lady?
For the Grease lady.
The main one?
Yeah.
Oh.
I did not know how old she was. I thought she was relatively young.
She was 73.
Which is still pretty young for someone who's dying.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess I forgot how old she was.
I forgot how old that movie is. Isn't that what?
Well, I've never seen Grease.
You've never seen Grease?
But all I know, all I know is let's get physical. Let's get physical. You know that song?
Yeah, I know that song. I don't know anything about that song.
You just said you know it.
Did she sing it though?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I just said it.
I didn't know that. I was wondering if it was in something.
I don't think it's in Grease.
No.
So, I think this episode I look dumber than any episode that I've ever done. I feel like I'm saying such stupid things in this episode. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe we're bringing out your stupid.
Yeah, I guess. The three dumbest people in town.
No.
Definitely not.
We're smart.
Boom.
Boom.
All right. Well, it was a good episode.
Are we done?
It's an hour and 27 minutes in.
Okay.
And I'm probably gonna edit this entire episode tonight, and I have to work at 10 a.m.
Heck yeah.
I do too.
We're gonna have to figure this out.
I have to work at 9.
Yeah. Hopefully, maybe I'll just tweak and not do it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I
yeah.
Good on this one.
Yeah, because you're in person.
Don't talk.
Well, yeah. Usually she gets talked over by other people that she's with.
Yeah, it's often hard. Well, especially when you're on an episode with Annika, who talks I'd say a fair amount on the podcast. So
I like it in person a lot more.
I talk a lot.
I'd say compared to like people that we have on a lot, you talk. Well, it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, you are comfortable on the podcast, so you usually are talking the most, other than me.
Yeah.
Nice.
I also think the rum cake helped. I really think so.
She had rum cake. Did we mention that?
You didn't mention on the podcast.
I had a rum cake after this, or before this, and I was feeling a little buzz.
Hot. Oh, hot.
Crazy.
All right. Outro. Thanks for I don't know. Thanks for being here. I didn't know who I was going to talk to. If I was going to say thanks for listening to this episode, or thanks for being here to you. Oh, you know we shall say sayonara.
Be like, see you next time.